This isn't a roguelike demo. Welcome back to what is ostensibly the last time we ever see gameplay of me playing Elden Ring, because this is the last boss of the DLC. I streamed the fight against one of the earlier ones, the Night Lady, one with the double swords, that was a pretty fun fight as well because of the parrying. Radahn, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm like slightly underleveled in terms of actual like shadow tree, whatever, right? I just wanted to finish the DLC in terms of beating the final boss, so that the specter of the DLC does not haunt me anymore. So I was fighting with my usual build, my classic Bloodhound Fang, just trying to get it done. And I was like, this is not working. I'm like barely chipping away and this dodge rolling all these attacks. I figured out a pattern for the first part, got to the second phase, and then we got into trouble. Suffice to say. But then I looked it up. I was like, what are people doing here? Because I'm satisfied with just getting through it, right, at the end of the day. So I basically just followed a bunch of quest lines, did a bunch of things, and now I've got a maxed out blood rapier with a huge blocking. And you know what? This is what it takes. Get your tilt in the comments now about how I'm not good enough to beat it with no armor, with only a club, and waste 1,000 hours of my life. I'm just kidding. I've wasted worse and worse. Anyway, I'm gonna be poking this guy. Oh yeah, I got it. For once, I'm gonna actually use the follow cab because it's very useful here when I need to just block. One thing that's also important for me to do: stam management, so that I don't, break stunts unnecessarily, especially in the second phase. First phase, we're pretty chill. It's hard to really, cause myself problems. Okay, and also this part, I gotta like deactivate. Yeah, so as soon as that happens, I have to run out. And then, well, we gotta get back to it, basically, is my judgment here. And try not to get grabbed by that too much. I have the rune equipped, the Maker's rune, that prevents it from, causing me too many problems. This one's easier to dodge than it is to run, to shield at. But for some reason, I get hit by that. Which is very odd. Doesn't usually happen. This I'd welcome at this point, because it's just free damage. Apart from that last part, which I forgot about. Worth it. Honestly speaking, that was worth it. Let's get a couple stabs in while we have the stamp. Okay, chill now. Dodge. Wrong part. Okay, I've got to instantly run. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. There's only one way to do that, and it's to instantly run. Okay, all I gotta do is keep watching my stam. Okay, because if I ever run out of stam to block like one of these long attacks, like that, like we start taking insane damage. Just double pot when you can help it. It's about getting the chance, Because the weapon does good damage if you can just get the attack in. Okay. Fall off. That was a great dodge. I took away too much damage on one of those hits, but that's fine. Okay, that's a free heal. Okay, let's see if we can't just run on this one. Yeah, that's just like that one. I might have to shield or dodge because I can run it in the first phase, not in the second phase, and I don't know what changes. Should I move my face? You don't really need to see it. You can see it good enough behind my thing. The problem I would do it if it was a different game, but Elden Ring I've got controller in my hands, so you're not gonna see much else. This could literally be 5 minute long video. It's already 5 minutes, so it's unlikely. Or it could be 5 hours, I guess. But that would be a really shame. I'm pretty close to beating him already. If it was I forgot to use my rune shard. Okay, we took unnecessary damage there, but that's fine. It's about not getting like one-shot comboed. It's not necessarily about conserving the health pots at this point, if I'm going to be honest with you. Especially since this first phase is pretty trivial, we can just brute force it. Okay, maybe I'm over ego. Okay, I pressed the pot button. Yeah, I'm just gonna block. I can't lie, because there's no other way for me to live this. That's actually the least damage taken. Just block. Because we have holy damage negation as well, that talisman that I had to find. Okay, good chance for me to heal. That doesn't do shit. Dodge, so that we don't have to waste our time. We're looking for a heal opportunity. That wasn't really it, but we got it, so that's fine. To be honest, shielding the holy attacks may not even be worth it. I forgot that was what that was going on. Okay, we got our Mikada's Great Rune to cleanse that one, but it takes so long to actually activate it. You gotta wait for a proper window. Like that's a good window. Okay, I'm just gonna shield. Because that's honestly, like, that's less work. Ah, yeah, my plan, shielding. Yes. It's literally, like, the best option. It's so funny. Just keep track of the stam bar. Okay. Double heal here, I don't really care. Dodge, just to get some good stuff going. That was a bad timing. I should not have dodged. I'm gonna die here. Just from like, yeah, 100%. I could have dodged that last part. I forgot about it. The swing up, like for like the earthquake or whatever you want to call it, because the physical will obviously block when I'm directioned, but I would have blocked the other parts. That's a shame. If you're wondering, yes, it's because the Elden Ring Night Rain came out. I was like, yeah, we should get this one done. Because honestly speaking, I've played enough of the base game Elden Ring, the gameplay loop. I would like to shield, that's not what I meant to do. There we go, I was wondering. Because I was supposed to be using that to get some health. Okay. Dodge. Okay, and then do I just run diagonal? That didn't work. Okay, this run is already pretty much dead to me. Yeah, whatever. While we're here, because you don't do the second part of your attack when in this form of yours. So I'm just gonna brain dead it. I just killed me actually. Yeah. I keep forgetting to use my rune arcs. I still don't know which rune's the best. The one that gives you health is probably the most practical because yeah, my health is the most prominent issue. I want to be able to survive. You know, the old codes and such. So I guess we should prep our rune arc in the area. So then we just walk in, pre-move it. There we go. Power of Rune activated. It's because I don't have the thing activated. I was like, why am I taking damage shooting? It's because I don't have my cam. So I had to rebind that. For two fights in this... I guess I haven't done a lot of optional fights because I don't really care for it. But 2 fights in this game so far. Because I got through pretty much the entire base game without needing to do the lock-on cam. Because lock-on cam for me is the same thing as Rocket League. It's just really annoying. So what I ended up doing was, you know, just for Mesmer... Well, I thought lock-on cam was the way, and it was for a lot of it. And then I was like, just some parts you get, it moves like the big sweeping attacks like the dragons and stuff. It's just like really hard to dodge those. So I just had to play on PC, and then on PC it was pretty easy because you can just flick and get instant 360 vision. So if you run out of rune arcs, it is what it is. Okay, we're locked on. It is what it is. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. So we get plenty of chance. As long as we don't actually lose any, like, health massively, then that's fine. Because we can get through this first part pretty easy. Dodge that one. I mean, honestly, it's not even that much damage. Okay. Okay, moving towards him seems to be the fastest way. I'm just gonna pop this, honestly speaking. Okay. Take the shield off whenever you have low time. That's a dodge roll situation. I'm just gonna tank those. I thought that was the other attack. Shield, shield! Thank you. We nearly died there, but it's okay. Yep. I need to remember to jump up, but when you often can't interrupt your previous action as soon as you realize that you need to, like, react before the reaction, you know? Okay. We need a good window. That was a good window, I just didn't realize it was, to be honest with you. This one should be as well. Bam, bam, and then... Okay, just get the hell out of there. Just shields. Yeah, we're not gonna make it because... Perfect. Again, perfect. We missed one attack on the shield there. Okay, good, 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 good. Just in time. Okay, just don't get your shield out. Now get your shield out, because much stam is actually life changing. We have to use this because I don't know when he shows up. Okay. I think we still have it, actually. We actually leave this one as well. Brilliant. And we have to relock on, sadly, but... Okay, another situation will be sadly have to probably just tank it. That's a double heal situation. Oh, thank you, you saved my life. Bam, bam, bam. We don't have enough stamina for this, I don't think. Okay, good call. Whew. Get your stand back. Oh, we killed him! I didn't even realize. Okay, that was the last boss of the Elden Ring video game. You know what? This is a good time to actually give my thoughts on the game because I was gonna make a... Wait, where's my side of grace? That's not side of grace. That's the end of the game. Touch memory. Let's wait for that for a sec. Let me save, you know. Oh, look at that. How do I emote? I pretty much never emote. Anyway, what's the side of grace called? Oh, they were here. Whatever. Just because we know we're never gonna be here again. We may as well send it. What does this mean? It's Queen Mariko? Or is it Nicola, the princess or whatever? I don't actually know. Oh, I have the volume on 1. So you guys can hardly hear it because I was watching something else. Well, to be fair, that's fine. You all know what this is. It's been so long since the game came out. I don't really want to mess with it now because I can't, apart from skipping it, which I won't do. It's nice to get this albatross off my back. I went for the Ronnie ending, buddy. You're not gonna get any consortium out of me. Quit trying. Surely. You know what? That was so short. I'm wondering if I should even upload it. Circlet of Light. How do you beat the game? That's my question. What is it? Because that can't be the end. The credits haven't rolled. How do you beat the game? Because that's the guy. Give me a second. While I'm here, I'll turn the volume back up. Okay, well, you know what? It turns out that's literally the end. There's no end credits. Because technically, you can beat the DLC without beating the base game and then come back to the base game and beat it. So I don't really got much else. I know what are you thinking? Why is that like... Where's your exploration of the game? And you know what, to answer that question? What's in here? Should we go in here and just feed like the hands area? What is this? Let me check it. Okay, so it turns out there's some stuff there, but it's not really any of my interest. So I guess this is goodbye to the base game of Elden Ring. I've done everything I needed to do. What's happening in here? Can I go in here? No. Oh well. We burnt the tree or whatever. But this is about as good of a view as you can get. Looking up at the world that you've enjoyed. How many hours have I got into Elden Ring? I mean, it's adjusting maybe for a lot. It's about 105 hours. Accurate measurement is probably 100 hours, which I think is fair. So, where do I lie on Elden Ring? At the end of the day, what's my vibe on it, right? I think the base game, great. It's probably somewhere. It's like an 8 or 9 if you have to go numerical on it. I think people, what do you call it? They oversold it as a game that everybody will love all the time, but that's kind of what happens when you reach. Okay, we're gonna go on PC keyboard next. How do you roll on this? Shift. That's fun. Anyway, the oversold is a game that literally everybody can enjoy regardless of anything happening ever. Which is, I mean, broadly they're right in saying that everybody can have fun. I think they're wrong in saying that it's perfect independent of everybody, which I don't think anybody ever said, to be honest. I'm fighting against literal straw men, but you know, why stop the habit of a lifetime at the end of the day? I think DLC suffers from the same thing the main game suffers from, but because I played it subsequent to the main game rather than after 2 years, at which point I would have probably had an appetite for Elden Ring. I think there's a lot of small stuff to find. There's a lot of open world little fiddly bits here and there, and I think if I want to play a game like Elden Ring, right? What do I want from the game? I wanna have cool weapons. I wanna fight enemies, but I don't wanna spend ages running about from place to place. That's my preference, right? Not to say I don't like, you know, the world building and everything. Look at that, by the way. That's pretty sick. But I just think when you're, you know what? How do you go to map? I still have my controller. Let's go back to where it all began. Not there. That's too far. Here. No. Here. That's where it is, right? But I think there's a lot of things that reward a bunch of like walking around and progression and such, which is fine and all, but it's not necessarily what I want out of a game. The best part of Elden Ring is boss fights, whether it's, you know, cheesing it like I did with Radahn, or whether it was brute force, like finding out a strategy and getting the patterns right, like I did with all the other bosses. For example, Melania, right? There's an item here? What is the item up there? This is the beginning area of the game. I didn't find the item there. How do you go up there? All sorts of questions right now. Can I get my torch pole out? I'm literally just like doing this for the sake of it now, I guess, but there has to be a way. Maybe there's not a way. Who knows? Anyway. Like, I think I streamed all of my base game, and then I missed like a huge chunk of the DLC because the DLC I was tired of at that time. I would be able to put my thoughts together a bit more concisely and properly if it was that I was trying to do, like in a video, like a scripted sort of thing. But think, you know, at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun. And what I enjoy the most about Elden Ring is probably what I would enjoy the most from Elden Ring Night Rain, which is like, you know, a few enemies that you know how to fight and satisfyingly executing them, getting, you know, some cool weapons, but the DLC does the hard part of like, you know, oh, I don't want to switch my weapon because I'm used to it. Well, you know what? Start a new run, get used to it, get the rhythm going. That seems like a lot of fun to me. Obviously, the like solo slash trio queue here, they're working on a duo queue. I don't really have anybody to play this game with, which is not, I'm not like baiting. I just don't have anybody to play Elden Ring Night with. It's not like an unusual circumstance, right? But I feel like the most fun you would have is by watching. I've watched people play it, obviously, and the most fun is with three people. You know, you strategize, you get messy with it, and then you obviously go like a bit tactical with it. You try and get your build and your team suited for different bosses, so on and so forth. That seems like a lot of fun. And I guess now the question is, am I gonna go back and play other Souls games, right? Am I gonna go back and go DS1, DS2, DS3? I want to, just so I can have a contrarian opinion on Dark Souls 2, because I know that that's a hot button topic, but I probably won't do it because it's a lot of investment in a game that I think I had my fair share of. Maybe like in 5 years I'll play all the Dark Souls games, and then like played a bit of Sekiro. It was good, but I never got too far into it. I think I just, is there a mission in Sekiro, or am I thinking of a different game where you stealth into grass and then you have to fight a guy? You can go stealth mode, or you can go straight brute force mode. I think I just kept trying to stealth it and then getting caught and getting stuck, something like that. So that's like probably like an hour into the game, if I'm being completely honest. But anyway, I mean it's a good bye to the base game of Elden Ring. Unlikely to ever boot it up again. Thank you for the fun times. I will say insane. If we're gonna be anal about it, we're gonna count like value per dollar. Counting with the DLC, 100, it's like $1 per hour almost. If we're going Australian, even though I did get it when it was on discount for the DLC plus base game bundle package. Granted, I don't think I paid for it because I sell CS skins, but that's not the point, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. I guess if you want more Elden Ring thoughts, put your thoughts in the comments, and then I'll be able to actually construct thoughts properly. Anyway, that's all I got for you. See ya.